Certainly, I know you've been talking about touches for veterans. Boy, that was a practice where you got lots of touches in.
Yeah, it was a little bit by design. We don't play till Wednesday. They had a day off yesterday. I wanted to ramp up kind of what we were doing. And I had talked to them before that it was, the 5-on-5 especially was all the things we've been preaching, what we've been practicing system-wise. Try to, take the compete level up like it's a game. Guys getting reps, with each other. So it was a lot of what I liked. A lot of what I was looking for, and then the 4-on-4 we haven't really got a chance to practice. You never really get a chance to practice 4-on-4, 3-on-3. So it's a little bit of a hidden kind of skating in there, and kind of drives up the heart rate for a while. But we got it worked out good that I got to do that, and then tomorrow's going to go back to one of those specialty team days.
Noticed Elias skating with Colin on the fairly regular D pair rotations. You've seen a lot of him in the Elias Solomonson.
Yeah, were they were they the 5 or the 6?
The 5-on-5, yeah, yeah. At least it seemed that they were skating together quite regularly, and you're seeing a lot of him in the preseason. Is that kind of a harbinger Wednesday against Calgary that there's more looks to see, or is it still wait and see?
Yeah, we're not there yet on who's going in. It was. I had one team with 5 defense, one with 6. I had it designed sort of the 5 guys would get a good work, and you know what? It's just everybody's kind of played with everybody. Just what's happened with Stan and Villy there. I just want to make sure that everybody's staying up to speed here, getting a chance to play both left and right side, getting a chance to play with different partners, especially those guys. More I'm talking about Fleury and Millsy, and then Cogs and those guys too. So Sal's in there, and he played well. I thought he played well in many the other night, and for a young guy coming over, it's great to see that he's catching on to what we're trying to teach, to going from the big rink over there in Europe to playing on this ice. I thought every game he's gotten better.
Chevy said before how last year development camp you're kind of can we keep Elias here for the year? Why does he have to go back? What about him really struck you and made you kind of endear to what he could be for this team? What sticks out the most?
Yeah, you know what? I went I had him last year. Saw some of the sort of early things about him. Some of the things that the scouts had talked about, why we drafted him, and then I caught him at the World Juniors. Kind of saw that bite, and then I heard about him getting suspended and. In the playoffs, and and his team winning a championship, and him being one of the top defensemen. So those are all great things. Then catch him in Penticton, and then obviously here, just you can see the growth of the young man. He's kind of getting more and more comfortable each day, and he's a big prospect for us. We've often talked about the other Ford guys, but he's kind of gone under the radar that he is a prospect that we'll be probably relying on in a not too near future.
Obviously his game maybe isn't the flashiest like the other guys that we're usually talking about, but that sort of stay-at-home defense and that sort of stabilizer, so to speak, on the right-hand side, how valuable is it to have in a young, 20-year-old kid already has those characteristics that are so valuable?
Yeah, you know what, like I said, he's a competitive kid, and he's probably lined up to be more of a shutdown kind of defenseman, and especially being a right shot, they're hard to find, and that's kind of lots of organizations are always looking for those type of players, and but the thing about him is that he does have a good first touch, a good first play, a good first pass. I mean, he's heady, he reads the game pretty well. He's got good feet. We've played him in games on the left side, and didn't look uncomfortable there as well. So it when you have those kind of guys, it's you got to mold them right, and he seems to be catching on to what we're kind of throwing at him.
One more just on him, is him on the left just out of necessity because of the injuries, or is it the plan obviously if you're fully healthy is for him to be a right-hand guy?
Well, I would prefer that obviously, but at the end of the day, I've been kind of. With the left side injuries, Cogs have been throwing him in there. Even Lundmark, they're all kind of getting kicks at it on that side of the ice, and really, I just got to get a feel for with those 2 injuries, kind of set us back here a little bit, trying to see who can maybe go over and play that side.
Just on the 5 cuts that you made today, maybe talk especially about the two guys going back to junior, just what they showed and kind of where you see them being at kind of in their development.
Yeah, for me with Colby, this was his first camp. He missed out on all of last year, obviously with getting sick in training camp, not getting a chance to play in exhibition games. Asking him what he thought, and he's the one, he said, especially he felt better the second game compared to the first, but just the pace of the game, how little he had the puck, just all the stuff that he sort of, whether it's playing the system or him trying to get to spots offensively to get his looks, he he recognized that there's a whole different level, different pace. He got to play in the American League last year when he came up the Moose. Learned a little bit then, but for him, it was more the talk is go down there and try to be in a position to get on that World Junior team. The hard part is that when you go back is that you take your foot off the pedal and you kind of relax. He needs to make sure that every day is a learning day for him, that it's a growth day, whether that's in the weight room or whether that's on the ice, that you don't get caught out there those minute and 20, 30-second shifts and play at half speed, that try to keep that mentality of 45, 50-second shifts and you're going as hard as you can, and try to make sure that he's gaining as much as possible in learning experience through this next coming season. So when we see him next year, he'll be 1 year older, more experienced, and probably a little bit longer down the line. Oh, sorry, Yogs. Sorry, I forgot on Yogs. Nice surprise there. Not knowing anything about the player coming in. Great skill set, great shot as you saw the other night. Maybe you didn't see, no TV, but great shot. Good on face-offs. Kids are, heady kid, and was always asking questions with myself or the coaches about playing without the puck. I think the best thing for him, he got to sit last year, played 2 exhibition games, but he got to sit and learn from Sidney Crosby. And then here he got to sit and learn from Scheif. And, those are man-made, those players are guys that are driven guys that have, we know how, top-end players they are because they've worked at their game. And actually, Yogs was actually, complimentary of Scheif and the stuff that he helped him with. And so, he's got potential. And, again, another guy, go back to junior. I don't know what kind of team he's going to have, but again, same like I said, DeBarlo, but he's, he gets a chance to play in that World Juniors, go dominate, be that elite player, and let things kind of move forward from there.
One quick one. Could we see more cuts today not today, so that's it for today's
We're good for today, yeah.
tomorrow?
No. No, tomorrow's power play penalty count, so, yeah.